Hi, my name is Sophie, and this is my final project for English. Basically, it's a blog. It's called The Rant Loft, and I chose to do a blog because I've always enjoyed the idea of making one, and also because I love making personal content that allows me to speak the way I want to speak, without trying to sound pretentious or know-it-all, which is something I fear I sound all too often in my English papers. So I wanted to try something different that sounded more jocular and amusing. For the image, obviously this is the first thing you're going to see. And so I chose this image because I thought it'd be something that would set the tone immediately of what I want and who I am. I want it to be amusing, funny, which is kind of what I wanted this blog to be. You know, and obviously it's a well-known meme format. A lot of kids my age know what this meme is. So I'm kind of already setting up the audience of, like, people who are similar to my age, hopefully, I'm thinking. And then also I handmade this meme, so I'm a little bit proud of it. But yeah, I think it's absurd enough to be rather amusing, so that was my intention. Yeah, since most blogs are personal vignettes into someone's personality and thinking process, I set mine up to be like that as well. And then with the name, The Rant Loft, I picked it because a loft is something that's considered homey and chill and somewhere you can kick your feet up. And I wanted to put that vibe into my blog as well. So, here on my About page, I said that this was basically my mission statement of sorts. And it's in terms of what I believe and why I think it's important to be audacious. Because in this world, especially right now, people don't really want to hear opinions that are different from their own. But I think it's important that we need these differing opinions. Because otherwise, how can we progress as a society if everyone thinks the same common ubiquitous thought? Like, that's no fun, and it can lead to some dangerous ideas. So, you know, this is just me ranting and saying what I feel like everyone kind of wants to say, but is too afraid to say it. And so then, for my actual content, I did this whole thing on my ad, which was on Sephora, and I changed the entire tone of it because I wanted to make it more entertaining, while also trying to address the more serious issues of freedom of speech we're having in this country, and how massive corporations like Sephora are partly to blame. Because in this ad, it talks about how beauty is something that's diverse and beautiful, and we should be praising it because it's different, and everyone has their own differing idea of what it should be. But what I found was that this idea was sometimes not reflected in their real life actions. Because there's this woman named Amanda who apparently she lost her job because of what she said on social media about her political beliefs. And so, because they apparently didn't align with Sephora's. So that's obviously a huge problem, and it's completely hypocritical to the entire message of this ad, which is preaching about how tolerant they are of different people and different ideas of sexual orientation and beauty. But when it comes to opinions that are different, Sephora does not approve of that at all. So, but it just seems to me that reputation matters more to them than integrity. And I'm confident that a lot of companies don't have much of it. Because otherwise you wouldn't be paying Chinese people who work in factories for like $600 a month, but they work like 15 hours a day, 6 days a week. It's insanity. And it's nowhere near ethical or a just treatment of people. So I think that's obviously ridiculous. And then one of my questions was, why is CDA important, and why is it important to the world at large? And I think it's important because, as a society, we don't know how to pay attention to anything unless it revolves around us. We're so busy looking into our phones that it's hard to live in reality and realize that people aren't just 2D Twitter avatars, and that people have different opinions and life experiences that affect the way that they might see the world. These different lenses give us strength and give us unity. And so I think that we need to use noticing, focusing, and interpreting to see the world around us, because there are a lot of scary things happening around us that require attention if we're to not be led astray. Because you can see this in politics right now. We're basically pawns in this massive game of chess that's taking place, and I'm not okay with it. And we need to decipher the hidden intentions about these people before we can come to logical decisions. Because right now, logic's definitely kind of hard to find. And then for my second question is, what would I like to perhaps add to the class? And I think it'd be fascinating to do a media CDA, like on a particular show or movie. because I think the movies we watch or consume say a lot about what a culture values or believes about itself, about God, and about others. And because I believe everything we create leads back to these ideas of what we believe about God, what we believe about our bodies, and what we believe about our relation to others. And I think there's a lot there to look at and analyze. And we could also talk about lighting and camera angles. So that's just something I've been thinking about. And yeah, I hope you enjoy. Thank you so much.